So defense break, pretty reliable. I need that attack break from Fire Achates. The effectiveness buff, I guess we are kind of using it on Cermia. I don't think she's got good effectiveness right now. So that means unhealable, going to be more reliable to land. And that means the boss not going to heal. There we go. And now she built the danger level faster because of that extra attack. That's why I don't like to run her with her, well, that exclusive equipment. But we'll just see. Now we have Aureus, but still, danger level 5, man. It doesn't matter if you have Aureus, doesn't matter. You've got, like, defense buff. You're just gonna get, yo, like, destroyed. Okay, so this will save her, hopefully. I guess that is a lot of value. Like, Fire Achates, like, that skill 2 is huge right there. Man. She didn't even lose max health too. Like, that was so good. And it looks like she's the one getting targeted by the S2 of Fire Achates. So that's one way to go about it, man. I don't know how reliable it is. But, I mean, this seems fairly solid. It is sort of like a free-to-play team minus Cermia. So now, we got two setup, guys. We tried Luluka. She's OP. Right? Oh my god. Luluka is really good. She's not free-to-play friendly, but Doris, Ian, Glenn, plus Luluka. That thing worked real good. But now we're kind of in the same boat here. We got two free-to-play heroes. Fire Achates, not that hard to obtain. We could, to some extent, say that she's a free-to-play hero. And Cermia, she's a hero you need to summon for. So, it's sort of like, you know what? This is actually easier to obtain than Doris. Cermia instead of Luluka, and Achates, Fire Achates is easier to get than Doris. That's another specialty change you don't have to do. Not bad. I mean, what do you guys think about this team? I liked it, but I don't know how reliable it is to have Cermia stay alive. I think as long as Fire Achates use that S2 on her, we should be golden. That's the team. And that's pretty realistic. We're talking two 3-star heroes, a 4-star, and a 5-star. Cermia is great in a lot of places, so you know, a hero that you can pull for. Now you can replace Helga with Ricorous, because you're gonna get defense break, you're gonna get a -1 turn on your cooldowns, and you get speed buff. Like, Ricorous is gonna work out great, I think. You don't need the attack buff because Cermia is self-sufficient. She's getting great attack buff anyways. Maybe there's some times where the attack buff of Helga is actually extending the greater attack buff of Cermia, so that's pretty cool there. But I think Ricorous could be a great replacement for Helga. Seems like you need Cermia. Actually, I've done a team with Doris, Glenn, Ian, and Luluka. So here's your chance to get Luluka if you don't need the other limited heroes. If you're willing to build like Glenn, Ian, and Doris. I mean, Doris you can replace with Ruana too. That worked out well. But you need Luluka. You need that defense buff. It's actually very important. Now, this team here actually doesn't need as much gear as the other team. So that's a pretty big pro there. And Fire Achates is easier to get than Doris. You need to do her specialty change of Doris, so that's another grind that you need to do. And then I would go, oh, here we go, baby. My god. Big damage. Seems to be working pretty well. That's pretty fast too. What you guys think? Yeah, it's pretty nice using Helga here. I just hope Cermia doesn't go down, but I can finish the run even... Oh my god, we're just taking so much damage on her. She might go down here. Oh! God, that was a close one. Really close. No defense break. Okay. Keep her alive, man. No, you can use Roana here, actually. She can heal when it's not her own turn. So that's cool. So yeah, we got another team going on here. It seems to be faster. You know, like, on this team, the damage from Mercenary Helga is pretty... I mean, it's something. It's nothing compared to Cermia, but it adds up. Change the view here. So that's the stats that I have on her. You don't need to go for so much. You know, the attack, you don't have to worry that much about it. I think the crit damage is a big one because you want to scale the damage of Daydream Joker, even though the effectiveness is cut in half in Katie's Hunt. Keep that in mind. This could be dangerous, but Fire Achates protects your Cermia with the invulnerability of the skill 2. So it's great that she uses the skill 2 on Cermia. If you're going to be trying out another hero than Achates, Fire Achates, then it's going to be rough because Achates brings a lot to the team. I'll talk about that soon enough. But this is risky because when you get an extra attack, it builds the danger level. That's one more danger level, and that could get her killed. She's going to get focused out, and she's going to take more and more damage. 10% more damage per, danger levels. Quite dangerous. But if you want, like, faster runs, and to be honest, like, Fire Achates is protecting her real good. So that's the Cermia that I'm running. And you can drop some attack. Go with more crit damage, because that scales the damage of Daydream Joker, and attack doesn't. And the effectiveness, you can have some. The unhealable will allow you to not have to worry so much about the boss healing when he uses the ultimate. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, he does have 15 skill ups, right? Greater attack buff is really cool. This penetrates defense by 50%, but still, you want defense break. It's really good. Like, it's too good. This is what, yeah, attack. Now, for Helga, I have her on Daydream Joker. You could have something else here. Be honest, if you run like Prophetic Candlestick on her, what happens is that she's gonna use S2 too much, and then what you want is her to land defense break on skill 1. So maybe you can put Border Coin on her. But yeah, Daydream Joker is good. So this gear is kind of too good for her. She doesn't deal that much damage, so you can drop the attack on her. Her damage would scale the Daydream Joker damage even further. But what you need here is speed and effectiveness. That's the most important, because you want the defense break to land, and you want the uptime on that defense break to be higher, and you want to get higher uptime on... Well, you don't really need the attack buff and the effectiveness buff, but if your stats are not as high as mine, you could put her effectiveness buff to good use. If she's cycling faster, that means you're going to have a higher uptime on that. And that could sort of be like reliable in terms of like helping your heroes land their debuffs. That effectiveness buff is 50% effectiveness. But the boss, when he uses the ultimate, he could remove your buffs. He can remove your buffs unless he misses. There's that to worry about. You cannot really rely on the effectiveness buff. So yeah, that's the Helga. You can definitely drop the speed and... but get that 65% effectiveness. I don't even have it. And don't worry about the damage too much, really. And finally, Achates. So Kluri, you know, free-to-play friendly hero. 65% effectiveness. You could increase her speed. You can increase her defense, her health. If you want to survive better, go increase your defense more, so you take less damage per hit. Even though when the danger level is high, the boss starts to penetrate your defense, so it's kind of rough. Kluri doesn't have crazy gear, really. It's like a PvE setup, because in PvP you would have high effectiveness. You'd run her maybe on immunity as well. But yeah, speed set. And it works great. I like it. She's tanking a lot of hits because her danger level goes high, because her cooldown is high, 5 turn on skill 3. She's able to sustain herself. Actually, it was... I tried Tywin, I didn't like it. And to be honest, Kluri is better. And I had a maxed out Aureus. That's good because with the self-healing, man, that helps a ton. And it heals the team as well for a bit. I believe it's like, what, 2% of her max health? it's a fraction of that. And you don't need to remove, you know, buffs, but at least defense break is really cool there. And she's able to cycle pretty fast too. And she's giving combat units to your heroes as well. So, like, a pretty powerful hero for this place. And Kluri is just a great hero overall, like in PvE content and PvP. Definitely an amazing hero that you should be building. So I'm happy that I was able to use her and put her to good use, and she did great. So this, you know, it allows you to, I mean, not worry too much about the fact that Caides might seem too hard. Like, when you see a team like this, you're like, oh man, I can probably manage that whenever I want to farm like some penetration sets. Maybe, you know, injury set, revenge, something like that. So, Achates, you know, it's important that you get at least the -1 turn here. -1 turn cooldown. You don't need to worry about the healing here. What you need to worry about is maxing out this thing. Get this to +4, big deal. And get the exclusive equipment to get that to 75% chance. This is going to be a game changer, really. It will help you a lot. Getting the attack break on the boss makes it so much easier for you to survive, guys. Like, it's really a huge deal. And the memory imprint helps a lot. Have your Cermia in like top position. Kluri is going to be in front. Yeah, I really like Falconer Kluri here. Get her with that 65% effectiveness. You really need that. She doesn't need that much survivability because she has 2 non-attack skills, so she's not going to be targeted that much. So what you need to aim for is like as much speed. Actually, you need health too because she heals based on her own max health. So boost that. And the invincibility and the -1 turn cooldown that's getting targeted on Cermia or maybe Kluri sometimes really helps. Like, that is game changing right there. That is what allows Cermia to be so consistent, even with her exclusive equipment that allows her to attack another time, and that can build another danger level. So I would say speed, like health, speed, and 65% effectiveness is what you need on her. You can, you know, if you can get more stats to get some more defense. But, I mean, my stats are not crazy on her, really. Like, look at this stuff. And she worked out great, man. For artifacts, you could have Prophetic Candlestick on her, actually. Like, she could use this more often. So there is that. You could use Celestine on her. You could use, if she's getting called in a dual attack, then, you know, that's Celestine healing. Or Rod of Amaryllis. You could even have, like, maybe Touch of Rico's healing after the boss use the ultimate on the whole team.